Hi, Stitcher.
Hi, Keisha.
I'm Laura.
And I'm Katie.
And welcome to the Pattern Queens episode number 49. Today is Saturday, October 17th, 2020. And this is a channel about cross stitch.
And friendship and rambles and lots of shenanigans. So many shenanigans.
And we just surprised Keisha with the news that there were some bloopers at the end of last week.
I didn't make it to the end of the video last week. I usually watch like a little bit when I'm looking at the comments, but I didn't make it to the end.
That's
so great.
So good, right?
When the technical person just decides to throw things in there for you.
You have to have a technical person that you trust.
Katie, what's your best new thing here?
My Hocus Pocus mug.
It's a cauldron.
Love that.
Look at the feet on the bottom.
Yes.
It's so dark, you don't get to see a lot of it. But.
So Ray Dunn had a Hocus Pocus mug come out last year that was like insane to try and get. So I guess she decided to release a few different versions of Hocus Pocus this year. And what I love, I didn't even know that the cauldron was a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad I didn't get the mug last year because I would have wanted this one.
Right.
But you could have given me last year's mug and I would have been happy.
I already gave you a mug. It's purple.
I'm not drinking coffee today. I am drinking pink grapefruit sparkling ice.
I'm drinking water.
Mine's water. So
mine's just regular old tap water.
Mine's just water with coffee in it.
It's just steeped coffee beans in water.
There you go.
Exactly, it's water.
So it finally has started feeling like autumn around here.
Yes.
You can tell.
We're all three in like cozies.
Yeah. My hair's down. Keisha's hair's down.
I need a haircut.
My hair is always down.
So yeah, I mean it's been nice that it's been a little bit cooler.
Mm-hmm.
That's always lovely. Did you have news you wanted to share with us this week? I didn't check with you before.
I don't think I have any news. I'm going to a pumpkin patch with my boy today.
Ooh!
And my husband and my mom. So
that's awesome.
Socially distanced outside. It should be fine. But I haven't yes. And I haven't been anywhere except for a couple trips to the cross stitch shop with you guys since March. I haven't, like, other than doctor's appointments and work, I haven't really been anywhere. Like, I haven't even been going to the grocery store. My husband's been doing that because we want to make sure that I stayed safe whenever, I was pregnant, and then just kind of continuing that. So I'm really excited to get out and like do something fun.
Believe me, you're going to feel really weird.
Oh, I'm sure.
So this whole COVID thing has just made things so different. Ooh, sounds are on.
Well, you can't turn the sound off because we have to be able to hear Keisha.
Yes, I thought we could turn notifications off, but that would be a Katie figuring it out thing. So probably not going to happen.
We can be the pattern queens with sound effects. It's fine.
Ding! I did look at my phone that's sitting here and look to see if
I had a minute of, is my phone is never on ring. I don't even know why I looked at
it.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about our winners for a minute. Katie and I worked this morning and got a bunch of things ready to ship out the door. I'm going to tell you that I don't think we got all of them, and we have packed 2 boxes in the meantime, and I just think it's like in front of us. I just think that some of the things are probably in there. So I'm going to ask you guys, if you don't get a package from me this week
within like the next 2 weeks, let's just give USPS a small break with COVID going on and maybe packages getting misdirected.
If you don't get a package from me, then send me a message and tell me what you won, because that will help. But in the stuff that I went through, I have this one that we had previously given away, that's Be Not Forgetful, and it's Jo Marie Hogel. Now, I did comment on one of Jo Marie's comments to us, and I said, hey, I can't seem to find your address. Will you please just send it to me? So hopefully she will get that message and we'll get that one taken care of. But last week, we had this one, and we said Moon for this one. And this was one by Welshie65 Clement. So I think that is Vanessa, but I need to hear from you, Welshie, and have you send me your address again, just so I make sure I get it to the right place.
And if it is Vanessa, maybe we'll temporarily hold Vanessa.
I'm planning to hold these packages for just a hot minute.
Yeah.
And see what we have. Then I had this cute Santa from Lori Birmingham Designs. And this one was won by Anastasia Nico, Neko. So Anastasia, congratulations. Send me your address. You can DM me, PM me, or you can email me at thepatternqueens3@gmail.com, which is down below.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Kim Possible.
If you want to page me, it's okay.
And then we had the cute pumpkin patch. And this one was won by Carla Burgoon. And Carla, I have your address. I have your package. This one's going to go in it. So yours will be ready to go right out the door. So that's that. And with that, I'm going to take a break for a couple of weeks on drawing anymore. We want to try and like let the dust settle and get everything taken care of.
We are finally getting our free retreat weekend prizes out. I just a day or two after our retreat ended, slipped and hurt my back, and then it's just been like one endless thing after another, you know. Back hurt, then had to ship the fall box, which meant getting things prepped. Then we had to get the trick-or-treat boxes finished and prepped, and then I twisted my ankle, and it's like it's just been one thing on top of another that's taken up my time or taken up my ability to get things done. So if you follow the Black Needle Society, if you want a prize and you haven't gotten it yet, I'm sorry, but we took care of it this morning. I think there's only one person who's not getting their prize at the moment, and I might just have to do a little more research, but I have one person who I don't think sent me their address. Yeah. And I don't even know. Yeah, I would have to go back and figure out who it was who didn't send me their address. So
Katie was in here watching videos this morning from our bingo games during the event, and it was funny. She was just double checking, making sure she had everything. So the other big news, do you want to tell?
No, you tell, because I'm not sure where you're going with this.
Well, you just talked about the Black Needle.
Hey everyone, Laura and Katie are going to launch a Black Needle Society channel.
Okay.
Keisha gets it.
Just for Black Needle Society business. So we'll still have the Pattern Queens, but they just wanted something for updates.
Yes. So Katie is really just
a pattern
hanging
princess.
out. Yeah. Yes. She's really just hanging out with us while we're doing the October stuff, and she'll pop in and do stuff like that with us if we do more.
Because I love Halloween. So yeah.
Yeah. But I love that Keisha gets it and you don't.
Nope.
So yeah, watch for that. I think we're gonna try and get one made today, and we'll get one out, and it'll be fun because we've had our rep search.
Yes. So our first video is we've decided that since we had everybody else do rep search
tag,
rep search entry videos, that it's only fair if we make one too for you guys and put it up. So we thought we'd start the channel off with answering our tag, but maybe changing it a little bit, because you know we don't need to be Black Needle Society reps.
We kind of already are. Yeah.
So like a couple of the questions don't really apply. Yeah.
So yeah. So we'll see what happens. Right. I think that's it about that. Do you have anything else?
Well, I just want to warn everyone that James submitted a video for the Black Needle Society rep search. And even though he doesn't meet the qualifications of, you know, actually being a floss tuber, just want you all to watch out.
He's our number one pick, guys. I'm sorry. He is the one.
I will say that we have noticed this week that we've had a few new subscribers.
Hi.
So welcome. Thank you for subscribing. That's exciting for us.
Right. We always ramble this much.
Yes.
So you know, we always do.
We seriously do. And we're over 800. So I think that our next big giveaway would be at 1,000 subscribers, which will still be a while.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So, you know, if people keep coming,
yeah,
it'll happen sooner.
Right.
But it might happen that we shop for it when Keisha picks a date for us to go to Cecilia's samplers.
Yes. I'm trying to figure out a date. So Laura and Katie have told me, okay, pick a day in November or December, and we will go to Branson and go shopping. So I'm like, I'm trying to think of a day. I'm like, okay, Timothy, what day are you going to watch the baby? I'm going to be good all day. Do I need to call my mom? She'll come and watch the baby the whole day.
She would probably be thrilled, right? Show up on Friday night, stay all day Saturday.
My mom would live here if she could.
So yeah, I mean, it could be in the next couple of weeks that we have left in October, but I thought that was probably too quick for you.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. Maybe we will shop while we're there, and it is amazing.
And we have a lot of work to do in the next couple of weeks because Advent is shipping out soon. So we have wrapping and stuff to be doing for it.
And we're going to Athena's for a party where it's not an exciting party. It's a getting things ready for the box party.
And, you know,
and I'm not invited because I bought that box.
Right.
Yep.
Right. So it would be so much, you know, cryptic talking between Katie and I that Keisha would be like,
That's true.
How about some cross stitch?
That's good.
So Keisha, you shared a finish on one of our little videos this week. You want to share your finish?
Yes. So
with some other huge finish too, right?
No. I finished the Haid, guys. No, I didn't. So I've been working on
really good now.
Blair. Okay. So October 31st from Rona Nori. It's in this year's just cross stitch Halloween issue, and it's been my work project, and I got it done.
Yay! We love it.
I think I like your fabric choice better, actually. It looks more aged.
Thanks. That's what I was kind of going for. This is on a piece of 28 count Heartland from Picture This Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I kind of wanted something that looked like old book pages.
Like hanging in the Sanderson sisters' house or something.
Mm-hmm. Just like an old piece of parchment, like an old parchment calendar that a spider made its home on.
And I love those spider webs.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, they were a lot of fun. I like back stitching, so I had a lot of fun with them.
What did you tell us about the spider eyes?
So the pattern actually calls for a few beads to go in here for the spider eyes. But I kind of like that it's just all just stark black. So I'm going to leave those off and just kind of go with this as is.
I love that.
Thank you. That was my big exciting finish this
week. Woohoo. So I had a finish on the same day. Mine is Witch from Sub Rosa Designs.
So good.
And I love my fabric. This is Flapper from Picture This Plus. And I have enough over here up at the top that I could fit something else. I'll have to see what else will fit.
Yes.
3 inches in or 2 inches?
You know what? I take my thumb and I measure up.
Okay.
And actually, I think it's like about 3 inches.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do that, you should be able to do it. I do that from the corner too.
Only
a lot of times I will put my thumb on and lay it in and start diagonally that way. But this one I wanted to start in the center. So I put the little piece down at the bottom. I know exactly which one is the center. This one right here. So I put that in, that one little one that pokes down, And then I worked everything from there because it was easy to find the center and keep going. And then yesterday, while Katie and I were out running around in the car, I finished Jack-o'-lantern from Sisters and Best Friends. This one may be going to Keisha.
I love this one. That pumpkin cracks me up.
See, I thought that was Stash. Is that one that you want to
That's
stitch?
fine.
So you may have to check with Katie when you finish. And okay, so the pumpkin has been done, but I had not backstitched him. So that hit me while I was, finishing things. Look at it.
He's so good.
I love him. And it was not a ton of backstitching, and it didn't take me that long. And I thought I would just leave him in the hoop because he shows nicer there.
Yeah.
So, but yep, he's done. I just need to finish him and that'll be it. And I have added this to your stash pile.
Awesome. Oh, and you have one more finished too, don't you?
It's really funny that Keisha had to remind me that I finished this, but I finished it during a stitching event with Stitching with Friends. And, or no, I didn't quite finish it then. I finished it Sunday. So Keisha keeps track of things for me because she is accounting for stitches.
Sometimes it takes two of us to do this channel. And sometimes
I'm sorry. My other one is Midnight Ride from Blackbird Designs. Love this one. And I did show this earlier in the week. And that is my finish.
so good. So good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course I did my JKLB in orange instead of the black. We had a vote on that, but I love that one and I've wanted it finished for a while. So that was exciting.
Have you finished another Blackbird this year, or is that your first one?
I don't know. I'd have to go look in my happy planner and I'm not standing up again. But with those 3 finishes, I am at 20 finishes for the year.
Wow.
So all of a sudden, I was in I really haven't had that many this year. And all of a sudden I have just had finishes. So the 13 days thing last year, I think it frustrated me because I started a bunch of stuff and I didn't get anything finished. And this year I maybe chose some smaller things in the hopes that I would finish some stuff and just move it along.
Right.
Because it irritates me. I started this one last year and Midnight Ride. I had a headless bird for a whole year.
Isn't there another one that you're like super close to finishing from that you started this year, like earlier for 13?
Maybe I'll show you one.
Okay. I think there's one that she was like, I have to stop. I could probably finish this if I stitched on it for one more day. So I'm like, I feel like
it may be one that's over there.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I've shown.
Go ahead and finish it.
So how about stash? Keisha, do you have stash?
I do, but I don't know what it is.
So Katie and I, when we go out, oftentimes buy stash for Keisha. So here's your latest one.
I have almost bought that so many times. I love it. Thank you.
And that reaction is what we think about when we look at pieces.
Yes.
Will it make Keisha laugh?
I love that one. Thank you. Like I said, I've thought about buying it so many times and I'm like, I'll buy it later. That's great.
We were in the shop and I wasn't even by Katie. So Katie picked this for you. And Katie's like, Mom, Mill Hill, Keisha.
It's perfect.
Well, I think one time we forgot to buy you something when we were at a shop. And Mom had even said something on the way down about getting you something. And then like the frenzy of being in the shop, we just were like, oh.
Right.
So this time we were in the shop and I realized we hadn't talked about getting you anything, but it's kind of like this unspoken thing now.
It's the toll to get into my house, even though Katie works here now.
we didn't want to forget it. So I was like, Mom, get for Keisha. I was like, be on the lookout.
So, and
it's nice that you guys do that for me. I don't expect it at all. So every time it's such a nice surprise.
and they're fun. We keep finding these cute little things, and yeah, we've had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So I may give up another Mill Hill to you because I'm not sure I'm going to do it.
Oh.
But I'm going to look at it for another week or so. You know how I get.
Right.
So how about your stash? Oh, look, here's Katie's stash.
Don't touch it, because I realized I was sitting on it.
Here's Katie's stash.
I love a whatchamacallit.
It's all melting. I just realized I thought I'd put it in my bag and it was underneath me.
Oh no.
And we are very warm people.
At least it's closed.
Yes.
Okay.
But we are both pretty warm people, so I'm going to show, you're going to show that during whips. Here, I'll show this during stash for both of us.
Okay.
And then you can show it during whips. How about that? So Katie got both of us Dark Spell linen from the Primitive Hair, which goes with a new project, and it's 30 count.
Which goes with this pattern.
So that was stash also.
Yes. And then I also bought,
and there it is. Look at that.
It smells like coffee.
It is really good. We love that. Okay.
And then I also bought this pattern this week.
Oh, that's cool.
Her shop is now, I guess, on hiatus while she catches up on orders that came in, because she just released, it's Primitive Hair, I don't know if I said that, she just released a bunch of patterns, and the new fabric and all of that, so I guess she just got a bunch of orders and needed a small break. So if you like one of those, just keep them in your brain.
And did I say Primitive Hair or Primitive Stitcher? Because it's primitive hair fabric. So
okay, and then I remembered that I had stashed from last week that I didn't show. So Mom and I went to one of the local shops who has a bunch of thread, because I was still missing some thread, and we ended up picking up
floss. She means floss, yeah.
I picked up this cut of fabric. It is R&R Wisteria. Okay, Wisteria. And I don't know if you guys, because R&R is a thinner fabric, so I don't know if you're gonna really see this, but it has like the most glorious splotches on it. Let's see, can I fold it back up? Can I give this to you to put back in the bag?
Yep.
Okay. And then
I was trying to see if it, so like, there's a good splotch.
Oh yeah. Fun.
Excuse me. Then I got Halloween Whimsy pin keeps and ruler case from Scissortail Designs, who I had not heard of before.
Oh, those are cute.
They're just little smalls, which I thought it would be nice to have some things that I could just get done really fast. Right. Instant gratification. And then I've been looking at this one since it came out earlier this year, and I finally broke down and I bought it. It is the Boo bunting from Hands On. What she calls it, Ghosties and Gourds.
I watched Kathy Haberman's videos this week, and it was fun to hear her talk about the bunting and why she likes it.
Well, I didn't hear that, but I read up on her when we were looking at working with her for Retreat in a Box. I went to her page to look for contact info, but I also like read her bio about how hands-on design came into being and kind of her journey through cross stitch. And she really enjoys finishing, and she does all these amazing finishing classes, and she looks for new ways to finish things. And so it made me, when I saw the pattern again, just really appreciate that she did something so creative with cross stitch that's a little outside the box, not even a little, that's outside the box kind of with finishing. And I think it's cool that that's what she's bringing onto the cross stitch community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So and then obviously we went to Heart's Desire yesterday in Wichita, and so I bought a few patterns. This one was in their discount section, so it's Goody Grimwood,
Yes.
which I did not notice yesterday while we were there, that there's a woman riding the bird. I saw the bird, I did not see the woman.
Right. It's so funny.
Tiny Writer sampler. Or Tiny Writer, no, Tiny Writer Stitch Along, right?
Right.
Tiny Writer Sal on Instagram. That's
Okay.
how you need to tag it.
And then I don't know when this one came out, but this is the first time I've seen it.
Oh no, it's older.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking I'll buy it.
It's from Lottie Da. It's Wicked Witch. It says, "Ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch old witch, the wicked witch."
I've seen that. I love that. That's so fun.
I loved it. I giggled when I saw it yesterday. So yeah, it came home.
I may have to stitch that on purple.
Ooh, that'd be
Because I
good.
like that other.
This is one that Mom was like, "Is this one that you have?" And I was like, "No, it's on my wish list though."
And I'm like, we're buying it. That's it. I keep seeing it pop up. I saw this done on a bluish purple. Oh my gosh, it was so pretty.
Yeah, I think it was during one of our retreats that we saw it done like that. Because I think I saw it too. So yeah, that one. And then I'm thinking about switching out my Satsuma Street that I was going to do during the 13 starts of Halloween, because I got this yesterday.
Oh, that's amazing.
Of it.
I'm just gonna. So yeah, there are all the little.
Those are so cool.
Aren't they fun?
Love that.
I love this, and I think I even saw her tease like the very top of it on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Eek, and I love that face. And I saw it yesterday. I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's so cute!" And it had to come home, and I might have to kit it up today because we do have to run out today. So that might be swapped out for the Halloween ornament that would not have taken nearly as long as this will take to finish.
Well, yeah, of course.
But they're short bands.
Yeah. So that's all for patterns. And then I picked up this Krynic set that they had kitted up for the Scary Apothecary.
Mm-hmm.
The Scary Apothecary patterns from Hands On Design. Mom bought them for me last year when I was hinting that I might start cross stitching again, and she bought them in the hopes that I would actually cross stitch again. So now they're in my stash, and now I just need stuff for them. And I was like,
and how awesome that all those were together.
Yes, and because I looked at maybe doing one during the 13 starts when when we were planning, but like 1, 2, 3 stitch was out of all of the Krynics. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I feel like that's going to be across the board. Most shops are going to be out of the Krynics. So I just kind of decided not to start one of those because of that. So now I have them.
Awesome.
Then the last thing from Heart's Desire, Mom spotted this.
Oh my gosh. I saw this on a shelf and I'm like, Katie.
It is a cut. I mean, it's an odd cut. It's a cut of my favorite fabric ever. It is Sparrow. It is
from Birds of a Feather.
Yes. The most gorgeous brown fabric ever. It is, what is it, 32 count?
I don't know. I didn't even look. I just saw Sparrow.
Yeah, 32
and that
count.
was it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even care what count it is. It could be 14 count and I would buy this.
Wow, so pretty.
So yeah.
So really weird size. It's going to have to be something really specific, but
and then
but $5 for a weird little cut.
My favorite fabric ever. That is retired. They said that the only reason they had it is because they were cleaning things out in one of the back offices and just happened to find it.
And it's like 5.5 by 22.
Yeah.
So
it's a weird cut, but
so you guys, if you have good suggestions for pieces to go on something that is 32 count, 5.5 by 22, so it's obviously got to be at least
it's basically 1.5 inches tall, maybe 2 inches tall, because of wiggle room.
Well, you could leave an inch, but that would be 3.5 inches would be about max.
Yeah. Okay, so then
She's not stitching over one.
before before we went to Heart's Desire, we made a pit stop at Picture This Plus, and we couldn't leave there without fabrics. So I picked up for the Lila's
Are
Studio
you gonna pull these all out?
pattern. I'm gonna pull this one out. For the Lila's Studio patterns.
Oh, the two girls that
Yes.
she had last week.
They're stitched on Ancient, and she actually had a piece there on the table. Then I'm not gonna pull this one out, but I picked up Cauldron.
Ooh, Cauldron. I love Cauldron.
I have no idea what I'm gonna do on it, but it's gonna be beautiful because I love this.
Mhm.
And then Katie's very favorite color ever.
I don't know. It's a close tie between Phantom and Gothic. I don't know which one I like
Oh,
better.
yeah, because they're kind of the same thing, but
Different.
opposite.
Yeah. So this is Phantom.
So you should pull it out because I
This
don't
is-
think it'll show.
I haven't even opened it yet, but I just saw this streak on the back and I was like, holy cow, that's gorgeous.
Looks so good.
This one is blue and purple.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, look at
Oh,
that.
Wow.
Thing. That looks almost like an X-ray.
Yeah.
I was going to say it looks
Like
like
a
a
hand.
skeleton hand out
Mhm.
there. And he's a creepy skeleton because he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He's waving. He's waving. There's motion.
Just a blurred motion.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, it's so good.
So
And yeah, Marilyn is awesome. So we wanted to say that there is stuff on the internet, on Instagram.
mainly on Instagram, but from what we've seen.
There are 2 accounts that have begun really trashing Picture This Plus
And
over their die times.
let me just say that for a while the social media account was, I think, called Picture This Plus. I in fact was fooled because I posted something about a cut of fabric I had, and I was just asking, is this an old dye, is this a new dye, and Picture This Plus replied, and I thought it was Marilyn, and found out a month or 2 later Marilyn has never had a social media account.
We were really surprised that she popped up like that.
Yeah, like we were like, oh, Marilyn's on Instagram. No, she has never had a social media account. She has never posted anything anywhere. It has never been her on any of these channels.
Right. So if you've seen anything posted with that name, that is not her. That is not the real shop.
And in fact, she doesn't even have a retail side. She has not had a retail side for a long time. She only does wholesale now. So I know that there are some people who've been frustrated that they're not getting their fabric from Picture This Plus, and I know that there are people who've been calling her, and you have not ordered from Marilyn. You've ordered from somebody else.
I don't want people to be frustrated. We know that we have a friend who was looking for shale, which is what was called for Huckleberry Farm from the Blue Flower, and
has not been able to get it from a couple. From
her order is back ordered because they're waiting.
Some people are getting frustrated, but it's also, I think some shops are setting up false expectations without checking with Marilyn first about realistic dyeing times.
So if you see a shop that has every Picture This Plus color listed, you need to probably contact that shop and say, do you really have this in your hand right now? If it's something you need immediately, find out, do they actually have it?
Yeah, do your research.
Because Marilyn is not going to be able to get that out in a week or 2 weeks.
We've seen and we've heard some of the bad word being spread about Picture This Plus from some people, and it's just, in our experience, it's not true. And after talking to Marilyn, we've understood that there's been a serious lack of communication from certain people. So,
and we will say that we have worked with Picture This Plus as customers first.
Oh yeah,
for more than 20 years. So, she's not going away. She is not twiddling her thumbs.
Oh,
She is
no.
working like a mad woman.
I think she works harder than we do. I'm like, I know. Okay, what's your stash?
So let me start with her fabric.
Keisha's like,
Oh my gosh.
got a baby.
So when we go out there, Marilyn still has her table set up. And when they do orders, whatever is
Left
extra out of a yard of fabric, they go ahead and package up and they put out on their table, which they used to use for retail. So
now I think they just use it to pull if they need something.
Yes,
yeah,
it's extra stuff. And when we go out, we kind of beg and plead and we buy stuff from her. So I got a piece of Tycho, which is just, I'm going to do what Katie did, which is just a really pretty creamy color. And it's got some gray and green.
yeah, splotchies.
It's just going to be a good neutral for me. And then, oh my gosh, one of my very favorites, and this is a newer color, is Hermosa.
Ooh.
And it to me looks like blue jeans. You know, it's that just really pretty. So the other one I got, and this one I'm going to pull out. This is Da Vinci. This, oh, I love this color.
It's always a gorgeous one.
So I think you're just getting blue and white. Let me fold it in half here. It's really kind of a periwinkle purpley, and look at the color on that.
That's so good.
I love this. And I used this for a floral piece because I was there and I thought, well, that just looks kind of pretty, when she still had a retail shop. And pulled everything that I needed, changed a couple of flosses, and went to town. And I love that one. So those are my fabrics. And then at Heart's Desire, I got a piece of Wizard.
See this?
Lady Dot creates chenille. And it's what they called for on the Blue Flower Autumn Pumpkins or Autumn Acorn. I'm sorry, let me try again. Halloween acorns. It's what they used on the pillow. I was so excited about this, you know. They did have one that's called like Great Fizz, I think, and it's really close to this. It's maybe a little more blue, and this one has a little more red. But I was really excited that I got that, and
I feel
that's
like I need to use Wizard because you're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah,
that needs to be on one of the Frogwarts pieces.
Oh, everything's gonna fall now. Come on. Then I also got, and Katie didn't show you hers, Wad O Floss. Oh, look, there's even some
here. I can show
stragglers.
Because this isn't gonna be with a whip. So Mom bought me this set because she pulled one too. And mine's probably easier to separate out. This is for a Tiny Modernist pattern that was in the Just Cross Stitch magazine.
Ooh.
It's so pretty. Piney Woods is the name of the pattern. And then also I found Dandelion Wishes from Rosewood Manor.
Oh, that's very pretty.
I love that one. That might go on that Hermosa. That might be a good match. And then I got a couple things. Okay, so in the mail, I got Halloween Sampler 2 from Cottage Garden Samplings. So it all looks almost exactly like the other one. Yes. It just has some more fun stuff. So they'll make a fun pair. And the other thing I got, and if you haven't gotten your color and cotton fabric, then close your eyes. But I got, although it's not always the same color, right? Mine is Monster Mash. It's a really pretty, it's
Keisha,
not showing up.
You're still going to be surprised because it's not showing up at all the right color.
Yeah. It is, it's a glorious purple. Ooh, I could stitch that ding dong on this, yeah?
Sure.
Woohoo, I'm just going to whip that out.
Yeah. Got that housewife pattern for me?
You're not ready for it. Who are you? And you're only stitching Halloween this year, so
It's
yeah.
Halloween.
No, it's
You started it during Halloween last year.
no, it cheated. It's autumn. I made some of mine I said, oh, it has pumpkins on it. That's close enough. Fun stuff.
Yes.
Okay, how about whips?
Whips. Okay, so I have worked on a thing and I've circled back to it. So I'm going to show that one last. So in order of things, I started a Candy a Day from the Frosted Pumpkin. Again, in this year's just cross stitch Halloween issue. And here's where I got on it.
Look at the eyeball. That's so good.
So I have one more row to go on the bottom, but yeah, slowly but surely going. And this fabric isn't showing up as pretty as it is. The light's washing it out. But this is Spring Morning, and it's a fabric of the month from Color and Cotton, and it's a 32 count Lugana.
Keep yours there for a minute.
Oh.
Because we know that you two started this together.
Here's mine. So mine, I got more done after we hung up our video a couple days ago. That's how far I've gotten on mine.
Very nice.
And tell them what you had to do.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the bottom that Keisha says she has one more row to do. I've done it twice because I added an extra 10 stitches to the first row. So then I had to, and I had totally finished that bottom section. So then I had to go through and rip it all out, except for the 56 stitches on the first row.
So let me tell you guys. So this bottom here, there are two rows that are 56, the one that's 54, and then the other one is 50.
Yeah. So I had to rip all of that out. And then the same night, knowing that I had to wake up at 7 a.m. the next morning to go on our little car ride, decided to put it back in the same night too and not go to bed until like 2 a.m. So it was a fun car ride yesterday. But I got it back in. I got it back to where it was.
Awesome.
So, and my horn, we talked about, is different than yours because I'm using overdyed and you're doing it according to the actual pattern.
Yeah, I the lighter teal stripes in there are not the called for color. It's close to the called for color, but not quite the called for color because I didn't have the called for color, so I just substituted.
So yeah, so mine, I just decided to use what was in my stash, and I thought it'd be fun to use some of my weird overdyed colors because this pattern is so bright and fun, and I feel like I buy bright and fun colors just to have them, and I never use them. So I was like, this is the perfect reason. I just couldn't find something I liked well enough for both of those horn colors that would work on my fabric because it's darker than the one called for in the magazine. Because this is linen and they called for a Lugana.
I'm gonna show this again and see if that shows up a little bit better. I changed the way my direction my blinds were going because it's afternoon now, so this is a little bit better.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, I just am straight up using an overdye for mine instead of alternating two colors.
Okay, more whips, Keisha, right?
All right. And then I had to change my work piece. And so I'm working on Booksleeves apiary.
Look how cute.
Here. I already kind of I showed you the bottom is finished. So here's where I am on there. And this is on a piece of 28 count Lugana in the color Applesauce from Color and Cotton.
So fun.
Thank you. So there's the whole piece so far. And I'm having a really good time with it. But it's been kind of, so at work I've just been putting in these stripes, which has been pretty easy. It's just 20 across.
Yeah.
So.
Especially since you already have the guideline.
Right. But here's a funny story about it. So whenever I started this, because we started it as a stitch along with Michelle, I put in this black stripe here. Just that black stripe, because I didn't have it all kitted up and I wanted to start it on the same day as everyone. And we started it last year around this time, and I was working on Halloween calendar from Tiny Modernist, and that was taking all of my time. So I just did 20 stitches. So whenever I picked it back up, I worked my way down to the letters. And I miscounted when I worked my way down to the letters. And of course, I'm not going to tear out that entire bottom. So I tore out the first 20 stitches that I did. So anyway, that's the story of that one. And then on our last video, I spun that I was going to work on the mysterious Halloween town. I guess I should show you what these look like. I'm sorry I didn't show you this is what Booby's apiary is supposed to look like when it's done.
You are so close.
Yeah.
I know, I just got to get that top part done. But I spun, my last whip of this week is the mysterious Halloween town from the Frosted Pumpkin. And I'm stitching this on a piece of 28 count Lugana in the color Sparrow from Color and Cotton.
Wow.
Where I've gotten to. So this week I finished up the bakery here, and then I put in this little bird, and then I'm almost done putting in the switch here. So
Cool.
Thank you.
That's adorable.
Thanks. I really like it.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
what I worked on this week.
Okay, Miss Kate.
Okay, sorry. My glasses have like a streak on them and they're driving me
Oh,
nuts. So, showed you the Frosted Pumpkin thing already. So the only other thing, I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember the other things I worked on this week. It's been a kerfuffle of a week. But I got my big start on this one this morning. I showed you guys the signpost earlier. From the Primitive Hair. I think it's like Halloween This Way is I think what the pattern's called. So yeah, big start. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry.
Is it upside down?
This way.
So a chunk of the post
Mhm.
and then part of one of the signs. 2 different colors, right?
Yeah. Gassed, pecan pie, and then witching hour.
Awesome.
So less than 200 stitches. Didn't even make it to all the way to the end of where this signpost was because I was like, let's do postage. And so yeah.
Priorities. See?
Yes.
It's a work in progress, like everything. That's what WIP means.
So, I had 3 finishes this week.
Right.
But I did work a little bit, I think, on this one as well. So I have Ye Old Crow sampler from Heart in Hand. And I think I put in a little more because I think I just showed it during our videos this week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm down here right in the corner putting in my L's because I have 2 of them. But yeah, I love this one.
So good.
Okay, and I think that brings us to plans.
All right. Well, I'm going to be working more on Booby's apiary since that's my work project now. So let's spin and see what I'm going to be working on, shall we? Mysterious Halloween Town. We're just going to keep going. That's okay. I love it. I love it.
So
I keep doing
funny.
it. This wheel is either like you're working on Booby's apiary or you're working on the Mysterious Halloween Town. Because even at Candy a Day, Katie was like, don't spin. We're working on this.
Yep.
That's so funny.
Oh,
Okay, Miss Kate.
I haven't planned which one next because I just got the supplies for this one, so I hadn't even thought ahead.
So are you gonna stick with this, or are you?
No, because I have to do 13 starts. So
I think if you do it every time that I do it, you get more than 13.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I have like 15. So
Just guidelines. They're just guidelines. Break a theme. It's fine.
I will probably stitch a little bit more on this today. Oh, I'm just showing you the book sleeve that it's in.
This one's called Practical Magic, but I think it's sold out. Yeah.
Yeah. The full size is. I don't know about the standards, but this is what I'm keeping the primitive hair pattern in. So I'm probably going to stitch more on this today. And then
what other choices do you have? We have to know.
I know. I'm like, this is the bag. I dropped it. This is the bag I'm keeping all of my Halloween in for this. So this is the Satsuma that I think is gonna get swapped out. I still have this guy, Halloween Bright.
Oh, that's my pattern.
Yep. I've done that one. I've done that one. Oh, here are some patterns that I bought and showed you guys a week or so ago. I started that one. Oh, yeah.
Huge bag.
Autumn.
Oh, on Lazy Bear Mountain.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see it through the bag.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot. It's not truly Halloween, so.
No, it's autumn, but.
Are you keeping track, Keisha, in case you get to choose?
Oh, I already know what I'd tell her if I get to choose.
Jenny Bean's Halloween sampler.
That was like, we couldn't even see what that was.
Well, I can't even see what that one is because the picture is really small on the pattern. Then
this is fun, right? She's just digging through this big bag. It's what's gonna come out.
Away We Ride.
Oh,
when are you supposed to stitch on this one?
I believe I'm supposed to stitch on this one starting on Wednesday.
Okay, so maybe I'll save this one for Wednesday and we'll start it together.
Is Monday Evil Queen Day?
That's you.
I need to look.
I'm not doing this
one. My book is over there. I don't know why I didn't bring it over here.
It's okay. Just let me know later.
Okay, and I still have Remember Me from Birds of Feather.
That one is awesome.
And I think that's it. Okay, so Away We Ride, I'm just gonna do when Mom does it and she'll tell me when that is. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So which one would you tell me to start, Keisha?
I'd tell you to start the Satsuma Street pattern that you just bought because it sounds like you're gonna kit that up today and you're gonna be really excited about it.
I think I was thinking about maybe doing that. My only hang up with it, I will do that if I can find the fabric to do it.
Right.
Because
what color is it on?
It's just black. It's a black bell pull. So I need to read and see if there's like a specific bell pull that it's supposed to go on, or if I can just use black fabric and make one.
Yeah, you can do that.
We'll figure. I don't know if I have black fabric that long. So
we are going to be at cross stitch shops.
Yeah. So if I can do it, I will start that one. Otherwise, maybe my backup, another fun one is Remember Me. It's on 40 count, but maybe it's bright colors and stuff. So as my backup, I'll choose this one.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Now that I've made a mess,
until you're a little.
I'm just gonna sit here and hug my bag until the end of it.
Hug your cross stitch tight to you.
On my Halloween.
Okay, so I planned for my weekend stitching projects that are a little bit bigger, just because I figured I would have more time. So this is a whip, and it's Halloween Quaker from Lila's Studio, and I have this glorious piece of fabric from Silk Weaver, Needleworker's Delight. And this one is really funny because I used it for magical stitches, and I have, well, not as many as I thought, but at this point I have 3 needles poking around in the back because I moved all over the place. That is what I have done.
I love these boots.
Yeah. And here's what I like.
Okay.
I think that they show really nicely on my fabric. This may be like, oh, this is like marshmallow something, I want to say.
Isn't it marshmallow fudge?
Something like that. Is that the bag?
I don't know, but that sounds really good. And I haven't had breakfast this
marshmallow
morning.
Fudge. Look at you.
I hardly remember anything, but I remember that one.
Oh my gosh, Keisha has been on it this video. She knew the Black Needle Society news. She knew Mom was missing a finish.
I've
Keisha
been eating my
the
vegetables.
gold star. Yeah, there you go. So there is what I was talking
You got
about.
it backwards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There is
Gotcha.
what I was talking about. You can see my 3 needles hanging
Yes.
on here. And yeah, so I would like to get in here and maybe finish up some sections and see what I can get put in the next couple of days. My poor witch is just like halfway done.
Hanging out.
We had to, I'm sure it was one of the challenges where it was like, put in so many stitches in this color. And, you know, I'm like, oh, well, that's in the middle. So here's my hope. My hope is that I counted accurately to get to all of these.
Right.
Because it's not just 20 stitches.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's my plan, is to work on that one this weekend. And I do think Monday is Evil Queen, because that's the 19th, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that's when we'll be doing that.
Exciting.
That'll be fun. And another plan is that we will be checking back in with you guys on Monday.
Yes.
Yes.
And we will get that video made and hopefully get it up quickly.
Hey,
and
I got the last one up in under 24 hours.
You got like 2 up together. I was amazed.
IT department is on it.
I'm getting stuff done. I'm catching up. I'm finally getting back on the schedule I'm supposed to be on.
Okay, do you guys have anything else?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
We want to say thank you for joining us. Hopefully you made it this far with us.
Hopefully we've enabled you to buy some things.
Hopefully you had 2 cups of coffee this morning.
Yes. Oh, we have been cracking. Oh, that's what you didn't bring.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll show that on Black Needle.
Okay.
Because that's where people have been talking about it.
Well, but now we've teased them. We keep getting all of the rep entries. Anybody who talks about the mug, and anybody who opened the Frogwarts box talks about the size of the mug and how big it is. And I'm like, guys.
So you need to tune in to our Black Needle video, because we have something to show you.
Yes.
And that's as much as we'll tease. Thank you for liking and subscribing. We love your comments. And I know I was on them more this week.
I replied to a couple because we were talking about Hill House and Bly Manor. So yeah.
We've been picking things up in the last couple of weeks. And with all the little videos, then there are a lot of comments to get through. But it's okay. We love them. If we don't get to them right away, please don't feel slighted. It's just us trying to find the time.
And I've read them all, and I always comment and like from my own personal, it's my name. So if you get a random like, it's probably me.
But like, I don't sit down and read comments until I have actual time to thoughtfully answer. So because I want to be able to start a conversation if that's what you want.
Right. And I go through and read all of them just in case you want me to say, like, it's a question for me so that I can answer it back. But I don't always have, sometimes I'm with one hand trying to read through while I have a baby over here. So I'm reading them, and I don't always get the chance to, because sometimes a baby will start crying in the middle of me reading a comment.
And I'm IT department, so while I'm uploading the video, I kind of go back and check and see if anybody has mentioned Katie. I tend to not think anybody's going to talk to me because it's your guys' channel, and so I forget that, oh, maybe somebody will be like, hey, Bly Manor.
So I read the comments, and then if I know that there's something for one of you two, generally I will poke you and say, hey, you have a comment, and at least you know that there's one that is you specifically. So, because I wasn't going to comment on Hill House because I haven't watched it.
Mom doesn't like scary things. She makes us turn the TV off if like a movie starts that's semi creepy. She's like, turn it off.
It has to go to the freezer. That's a Friends reference. Yes. Did you get that?
Yeah. What book was it? The Shining that they put in the freezer?
Well, that's what Joey puts in the freezer normally when it gets too scary. And
Rachel got him to read Little Women, And he said, ooh, Little Women, are they tiny? Why are they tiny? What's going on? And then she goes to check on him reading them, and he's just in tears, and she's like, Joey,
Megs, is it no Megs?
Beth,
Really? Oh,
Bethy's
yeah.
really sick.
I don't think she's gonna make it.
And then Rachel says, do we need to put it in the freezer?
Honey, do we need to put it in the freezer, honey? No.
One of our favorite things. So yeah, we are nutso. And you should just
now we need to do a friends box.
Now you should, people are going to respond to that. You should just go Google it and watch the part of the episode.
So. What did you say, Keisha?
I said people love Friends. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's a passionate fandom.
I think somebody suggested a Big Bang box.
Oh, I didn't ever finish that series. I really liked the show, but I didn't have cable for a while, so CBS was just gone for me. So I didn't ever get to.
I watched a lot of random episodes, and I bought like the first couple seasons, but my dad, super fan. I gave him all of my seasons.
Oh.
Dad pointed out partway through us watching the shows that the cards at the end all say something different. The Chuck Lorre cards are numbered. Yeah. He's been doing them on every single series, every single show he's been a part of that has his little card, and he writes something every single week.
Oh gosh.
So if you can
freeze frame and still read what's there.
Yeah. So we used to do that. That was kind of a fun thing in our house, was to pause it right at the end because it's only there for a split second and then read through. And some of them are chunky.
Jeff always has all the notes and things too, because like with movies, he will watch with like he loves director's cuts where they're putting in notes. So he will watch with all of those notes and things popping up, which makes me nuts. But he will tell, so he doesn't do that when we watch things together, but he will tell me about them during the movies. And I'm like, hit the pause button, hit the pause button.
Dad's a little geeky. We love him.
Oh, it was Jeff's birthday this week.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
Yeah, we'll tell him. Thank you. So he has a problem with restless leg syndrome. And it cost him a lot of sleep and all. So Katie, the great gift giver.
Thanks to a helpful blog post from I can't tell you what blog because I lost it.
But she discovered that a weighted blanket would be a good thing. So he was sitting over here in his recliner rocker. Yeah, it's good. He was sitting over here in his recliner rocker.
That he has elevated on risers.
Yeah,
that's
so that it's
thing.
Easier for him to get in and out of. And the package got delivered and we're like, oh, okay, it's time to do packages. And so we got his stuff out and we were going through things. And he we had him close his eyes for everything because we didn't wrap anything. We were bad. But Brendan carries that thing in and he's like, because
it's a weighted blanket. It is heavy.
And then he opens the box and he pulls it out and he goes, should we just give it to him like this? It's in, one of those plastic things that like blankets and things come in so often. I'm like, no, open it up. And Brendan's like, oh. And I got up and I'm helping him. And he goes, should we just hand it to him? I'm like, no, open it. So we pull it all the way open. And then I'm like, oh, there's the tag. It needs to be at the bottom. Brendan's like, So anyway, we get it the right way. We take it over and we gently lift it and put it on his lap. And the rocker recliner goes, yeah.
Dad's like, whoa.
And so he opens his eyes and he's just got the giggles because the weighted he's falling out of his chair.
Heavy chair.
So good.
He's like, well, I think this is staying in the bedroom because his chair in there is balanced better and he can do it in there. This chair isn't balanced quite as well. So yes, he will have a problem occasionally falling forward.
And I asked him, and he said that he did sleep better.
Good. I asked
So-
him last night, and he said, ask me in a few days how I'm doing. Because it's new and it's heavy, and yeah.
It's supposed to be, now imagine this, it's supposed to be 10% of your body weight. And so, you know, and you can buy them in different weights. And this one is close to that.
Yeah.
But it's even a little on the light side. And he's like, that is one heavy blanket. So, but it's a good gift. It should work really well for him. And anyway, now there's another little tangent. Ooh, Midwest goodbyes, right?
Nice.
So anyway, I'm sure you guys will have fun comments. If you have great gifts for men,
Oh my gosh, please leave them. We have two who neither of them have hobbies. So it is so hard to buy for them.
We have a 21-year-old, my son, and then we have my 60-year-old husband.
You're not supposed to say his age. He got mad at us when we were even
It's
hinting at
okay.
it.
He won't watch this.
So never know.
So yeah, if you have great ideas for men, you leave those things in the comment, because whoo, we are looking, searching all the time.
Yep.
And really,
And he does not have a beard, so beard kits do not work.
no. And he buys a lot of what he wants.
Yeah.
So that makes it worse.
And he does it 2 days before his birthday.
Yeah.
And all of the wives out there are like, my husband too.
Yeah. Do you have those problems, Keisha?
I do. I do.
So they get lots of t-shirts.
Yes.
Okay. Is that it?
All right.
I think we're done. I'm sure James needs his mama by now.
Probably Timothy needs James's mama by now.
Okay, so bye.
Bye, guys.